Is that an anime shirt?
It is an anime shirt.
What anime?
Jujutsu Kaisen. JJK.
How much money do you think you've spent on anime shirts? Is it in the triple digits?
Yeah, like one anime shirt's got to be at least like $50.
It's like 20, 30.
Unless you get it from Hot Topic.
But also, I've bought anime shirts for friends.
I know that's just bumping those numbers even higher.
Yeah.
And aren't you like literally getting like a custom anime shirt made?
Maybe.
Ooh. It does look like there's a little spot on your shirt.
Right here? It says, no, I would win.
Yeah, no, not that spot.
You got a little tie-dye going on. Gotta show that to the camera. We might have to crop in there, but Riley has a little
Did you sneeze
grass
into your
stain
shirt?
on the front of his shirt.
For my generous heart, my loving heart, I went to the gas station before we are filming this, and I was like, I'm going to get the guys energy drinks because we like energy drinks.
We're going to need our energy for this episode.
And then I just sit back in my car, and I look to my right, and there's just a green sludge thing on my shoulder. I'm just
Riley got his monsters from the sewer.
Is this the sludge that made the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Whoa. Am I going to turn into a turtle?
Not a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, just a turtle. Franklin the turtle.
Next week
Total
it's just me and Josiah, and we just have turtles. So Riley, the ooze kicked in, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You're just like nibbling on a strawberry or something. And on that note, welcome back to the Good Chill Hunting Podcast. How do you like them apples? This is episode 8.
9.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, imagine
I'm the one creating thumbnails for the episodes.
Episode 9. Guys, what have we been watching? We'll start with Riley.
Well, I think, I don't know, you guys watched a couple movies. So I was gone for a week, but when I came back from my trip that night, we all watched Neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
This is on all 3 of our lists.
If we want to do like a re-review, like I gave it a 3.5.
I gave it 3.5 as well.
I give it 4.
I think it's a fun comedy. I think I have seen it too many times.
Well, I mean, like, part of the reason we watch is like it is just we've watched it. I feel like in high school, or it was just one of those movies that came out when we were in high school. So it's just kind of one of those staples.
What year did it come out?
2014.
Okay, I guess it was high school.
So it's in our books. It's a bit of a classic.
Yes. And I think we all can agree, Ike Barinholtz.
He's like,
This is the funniest. I was just
steals
like
the show.
slapping my knee, just like he's so funny. I think it's a good story though. Just like overall, as far as a comedy that's kind of mindless, it's kind of a fun story, well written.
Yeah, I agree. I like the premise, and I like the cast.
Good
I think
performances. Yeah, very quotable.
I like Zac Efron, Seth Rogen in it.
Ike Barinholtz as Mark Wahlberg. My name's Mark Wahlberg, and if you don't come to the party, I'm going to give you a world-class knuckle sandwich.
This is President Barack Obama.
And then the whole scene, they do like a Robert De Niro party, and it's like, you talking to me? And then the one guy's he's like, I'm just Samuel L. Jackson from Jackie Brown. And then he starts quoting Pulp Fiction.
The path of the righteous man.
Yeah, like, it's wrong movie.
That's not even the right Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
So it's a good movie. I think fun good movie.
Yep.
But that kind of, I don't know if that like planted a seed, because then I don't know if it was the next day, but I watched Taxi Driver. So
Riley's like, I wish my friends would throw a Robert De Niro party.
But this is a hot take, is I think Taxi Driver is mid. It's overrated. Like, people love this movie. They say it's like one of the best movies ever made, one of the best performances ever made, ever done in movies, and I disagree. So
Do you think it was like innovative for its time?
I think so. I do think like the score is fantastic. The way it's shot's really good. I think Martin Scorsese does a good job like directing the movie, but I just don't care about the character.
I was gonna say, isn't it a character movie? Like,
Yeah.
it's all about he's kind of like spiral downward, isn't it? The main guys.
If you've seen Joker, even though this movie came before the Joker, it's basically Joker.
Okay. Is that why Robert De Niro was cast in Joker?
Probably. So,
Probably.
But I've never been, which is probably another hot take, I've never been on the Robert De Niro train. Like, I think he's a talented actor, like not a bad actor by any means, but some people say he's like top 5 actors of all time, like without Al Pacino, and I don't agree with that sentiment.
Yeah, Raging Bull was the one that he got an Oscar for. So I mean, he's been in plenty of classic Goodfellas. So it's like maybe you just haven't seen the right. RD and movie.
He does a good job in the movie, but I don't think he's like the best thing ever. Which that might make film bros mad, but
yeah,
that's just
we are film bros.
My opinion.
Sorry, film bros.
And then I watched a documentary that came out called Untold Stories: Sign Stealing, about the Michigan scandal with Connor Stallions with sign stealing. I'm not gonna go into too much detail. I'll keep this short and brief. I will just say that it's all right. It's basically felt like from his point of view, so I just don't know if I really cared a whole lot. I mean, they did have some people bring in from other point of views. If you like football, if you like the whole like Michigan OSU rivalry, this probably be a fun watch for you. I don't know why I watched it. It just was like out of a whim.
I feel like you are an imposter who killed Riley and took his place because one, you're watching documentaries, and two, you're drinking pop now. Riley's just been at the gas station getting sugar-free Dr. Peppers and Coke Zeros, and that's something that a Riley impersonator would get wrong.
A couple months ago, Riley would have been like, I just don't watch documentaries.
I don't care about documentaries.
And then Josiah and I talked him into watching Dear Zachary,
which
we see the 5-star review on Letterboxd. Riley's like, I bawled my eyes out.
Yeah,
and
I cried a lot.
Dear Zachary is
Classic.
A tearjerker.
Yeah.
But I guess, is this the first documentary you watched since then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't watch
Fair enough. I couldn't tell you the last time I watched a documentary.
So I went on a week trip to Canada with a group of guys, and like they were talking about it on the way home. So that's like probably was like I was flipping through. I was like, I'll give this a watch. Why not? I guess it's kind of interesting. Give it a watch. Give your own thoughts. But that's I don't really care. I gave it 2.5. Then I watched RoboCop, another classic, sci-fi classic in the 80s. It's a really fun movie. Like I think.
What year was that?
I think 1984 it came out. I might be wrong though. Fact check me. Paul Verhoeven. I think that's how you say his name. He did Total Recall, I believe. But I had a lot of fun with it. It's a good sci-fi world, a good sci-fi action film.
1987.
Okay. Isn't it? I don't know if it's the first one or there's like multiple RoboCops, right, from the 80s. Where doesn't it end with like a guy just like melting? Is that this one?
Yeah.
I've seen clips of that, and I'm just like, ew.
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be way worse. Okay. But it's definitely like RoboCop is very like hardcore, like the gunshot wounds, you like feel them kind of thing.
Even for like the 80s, for like very primitive special effects.
Yeah, definitely.
I think if you said that special effects in the 80s were primitive, you could get a lot of flack for that statement.
Well, I mean, primitive compared to today.
Well, yeah, but
I'm just always impressed by like 80s movies that I watch, like Alien, and this movie, just like how they did those movies back in those days.
They had the xenomorph back in the 70s.
I know, and I'm just always impressed with like, wow, how can like people made this film and it's still like some of it holds up, some of it doesn't. Like they do like a stop motion, with like a robot.
In RoboCop?
Yeah. I don't know if that holds up well, but like...
Because isn't there a lot of like the robots in that are kind of like stop motion looking?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think that ages super well. But at the same time, like for the time, like...
Yeah, I think it's still impressive that they did that. So, I mean, it's fun. I don't... Like, I gave it a 3.5. I could give it a 4 on a rewatch. I just felt like some things... I wanted more out of and I didn't get, but it's the pace. I would say like the pace is like the standout for me. I felt I wasn't bored with it. I felt like it breezed by. So that's what I watched.
Very good. Nice. I watched 3 movies, including Neighbors. I also watched Furiosa, a Mad Max saga.
Such a good movie.
It was good. Like I want to recognize it. Great performances, especially Chris Hemsworth. Like very fun.
Lady and
gentleman. And then the other one from the trailer. You got it in you to make it epic.
So good.
Yeah. So it's fun to see him.
Does he kind of dial up the accent?
Yeah, and he's got like some
prosthetics.
Like they don't look bad, but you can tell they're prosthetics for him, and so he is kind of almost like a cartoony character. But it's fun. I like the story is more involved than in Fury Road. So it was good. Like it was like 2 hours and 20 minutes before the credits, and so it was like kind of getting long for me by the end, but it was good. I'm glad I watched it. I didn't like it as much as you, but
Yeah,
I'm glad I watched it.
I'm very high on Mad Max, and then
The world itself is very. You kind of, if you like the world, you're gonna really like the movies, and if you think the world is cool, but it just doesn't wrap you in like, say, the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, then it's still a good movie, but it's just not like mind blowing.
And I thought the action was pretty cool. Like the whole, like there's a highway scene, kind of like a long highway chase. That was
there's
cool
some
scene.
really good action as well.
Anya Taylor-Joy is fantastic.
Yeah, so
I'm really glad she was cast instead of doing like a young. Even though I like Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Furiosa, I'm glad they didn't like de-age her and they cast Anya Taylor-Joy because she's
agree.
really good in the movie.
Yeah. So that's that. Yep, watch that one, and then I watched with my father. See, Noah and I's father is notorious for watching one of two kinds of movies, either biopics or like Oscar bait. He in his own words, I just like watching movies about people's lives. And so with him, I watched Coda, the 2022 Best Picture winner, Children of Deaf Adults.
I feel like he would like Boyhood. I don't know.
Probably. We were contemplating watching Nomadland. But we watched Coda, and I gave Furiosa 3.5 stars. I gave Coda 4.5 stars.
That's surprising.
And that is a tentative. I could have given it 4, but like by the end, I felt like I just really cared about the characters, so I gave it 4.5. I just really, I could see that review maybe going down on future rewatches if I rewatch it, but it is a very good movie, very much a tearjerker. It should not have won Best Picture. It is.
I mean, that's like
We
we
just
can make
like
that case
half
for
of the-
so many Best
half
Picture
of the
winners.
Best Picture winners, but like it's,
King's Speech should not have won Best
What was
Picture.
it?
Green Book.
Green Book. Yeah. So,
Crash.
Yeah. So it just like, and I said this in my Letterboxd review, it's like it looks and feels like a Disney Channel original movie. Like it's
I guess
literally
like how
about
the
the cinematography is very, very basic. The story is very. It's like, I mean, just like a girl in high school.
paint by the numbers kind of
It's
thing.
very by the numbers. Some of the characters are kind of like the choir teacher is kind of a stereotype of a choir teacher,
one-dimensional.
and
kind of.
yeah, I mean not so egregiously, but I think a lot of the some of the writing is just kind of like very cliche. But you like the family one. I think the concept is really interesting and new and special, the way they executed it about a deaf family and one of the children is hearing. And I think some of the themes they tackle is really something that you would never consider if you don't come from that background. So I think it was very it just made you think about stuff that you wouldn't think about otherwise. And I think the performances were all really good, and I thought some of the dialogue was really good. And Troy, don't know his last name, Kirst, or the dad, he's deaf, but he won a Best Supporting Actor.
You think that was well deserved?
I think so.
Yeah.
There are some really good moments. I told Riley this yesterday, but Riley would give this movie 5 stars, and it would make him cry. So
like a
it
good
was
cry.
it was a really good movie. I'm glad I watched it. I don't think like it is funny that it won Best Picture just because it's not, it doesn't belong with the ranks of like Oppenheimer. It's not pushing the movie making any further than it already was, but it's a good story and it's hard to not like.
So you say it's like a Disney Channel movie. So Luck of the Irish or Coda. Go.
Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. Eddie Dogs. Yeah. So anyway, there you go.
Cool. So I watched 3 movies, Neighbors being one of them, and then because this is the kind of movie that my wife and I will sometimes just put on in the evening, we watched Garfield, the 2004 Bill Murray.
Love lasagna.
Which is funny because in Neighbors they have a Garfield joke.
Yeah, I hate Mondays.
I love lasagna.
So that movie is obviously not good at all.
Not even like for nostalgic reasons.
No, like I mean, just like, yeah, really no. Like structurally, like there's no and the story kind of starts in like the last third where like Odie gets kidnapped. The first,
That's
like,
the last third.
I mean, approximately, like at least the first half, it's literally just like and here's a scene of Garfield and Odie arguing, and here's a scene of Garfield trying to get the lasagna, and it's like, so it's not like cohesive or anything. Which again, nobody was trying to make like a good movie here. I just remember we watched this movie so many times in elementary school. We'd go like, I don't know how they
the
do
best
these
thing
things
since sliced bread back then.
for specials, and we had a library that day, and we go to the library, and instead of reading books, they would put on Garfield on the big TV, and we'd just be watching it.
Yeah, and the villain in that movie is the guy
Stephen Tobolowsky, or
it talks like this,
Yeah.
and then his villain arc is, I hate lasagna.
yeah, he's Happy Chapman. Be happy.
And he's allergic to cats, and he hates lasagna.
Yeah, because he's
Perfect villain.
It's like the most 2000s movie where he's just like filming a promo with the cat, and then they're like, cut, and he's like, I'm allergic to cats, and it's like so dumb. But believe it or not, that was not.
Do you think Bill Murray's a good Garfield?
I mean,
I'm sure he did it for the paycheck.
I was gonna say he's not.
I mean,
He's
he
not
jokes.
bad.
He jokes about Zombieland, like when he's dying in Zombieland. There's like, do you have any regrets? He's like, Garfield, maybe.
Oh, that's funny. I don't remember that.
I don't think he's a bad Garfield, but I don't. It's pretty whatever. But believe it or not, that is not the worst movie starring a CGI cat that I watched this week. That award goes to Garfield. I gave it a 1 star. This movie, the worst movie I've seen all year is Argylle. I watched
heartbreaking.
that Matthew Vaughn's
It's got
latest debut.
so much greatness.
I like Matthew Vaughn because I mean he did Kingsman, he did Kick Butt, he did X-Men First Class,
Yeah.
and so when this trailer came out, it's like, oh, Henry Cavill, love that guy. Sam Rockwell, he's cool. It looked like a real cool movie.
Has a big cast in it.
Big cast.
Original idea.
Bryan Cranston's in it.
Samuel L. Jackson.
And yeah, it came out, and I started seeing the reviews, and it got the reviews were so bad. Like, well, let's give it a shot. It was so bad. Like, I wish we all could have watched it together because I don't know. It was kind of like Fall Guy, how it just sort of like
Incoherently went from one scene to the next.
kind
Dialogue.
of this movie.
dialogue.
And the pacing was bad. Like, I paused it partway through because like I watched it in the middle of the day. Kinsey came home, so I paused it. I was like, oh, the movie's almost over. No, there was 45 minutes left. I could not believe it.
How long was it?
2 hours and 15 minutes.
Wow.
Which is wild for this. So, like, this movie feels like it could have been 30 minutes shorter. But there's like, depending on how you qualify it, there's like 5 like twists.
Put your mic up to your.
There's like 5 twists.
You didn't move your mic at all.
What?
Yeah, up here.
There's like 5 twists in the movie.
Just moved it right back down.
What do you want? It's touching my...
You're supposed to like speak into like the kind of the top part of it.
Like you're swallowing the mic.
I'm trying to explain the worst movie of the year, and Josiah's focused on semantics.
I heard that the movie has like 5 twists in it.
5 twists.
And they're all bad.
And is one of those twists that it's a sequel to Cats and Dogs?
No, but Cats and Dogs is probably a better movie. They're, I don't know. And I don't know. I'm not always the best at saying like this actor or actress was like good or bad for a role, but Bryce Dallas Howard was such a poor casting choice because basically she gets put in some action scenes and it's not good.
I've seen
at
a
all.
scene where like there's like someone skating in like oil. Is that her?
Yeah, it's so dumb. Like, there's so many twists. Like, and I don't know. I wish I had something to compare it to, but like basically they just keep throwing like twist after twist, and you're like, really? Like, where's the punchline? Like, where do they say like, gotcha, this is all made up? No, they just keep like doubling down, and it just gets like more crazy like as you go, and it's not good. The action is not good. It's PG-13 action with bad CGI.
He said the line. You just have said you've like PG-13 action is kind of your catchphrase.
And I'm going to keep saying it if I keep seeing it. But the action is not good because action is like Matthew Vaughn's thing. At least it has been.
Yeah.
Like in Kingsman,
He does
the
good
church,
action.
the church scene is it's kind of iconic.
Yeah.
But here it's like because there's no blood, there's no real violence. It's not good. Henry Cavill's in it for like he's got maybe like 5 minutes of screen time.
I think I
Is he
kind
good
of
in those 5 minutes?
expected that.
No,
What about Dua Lipa?
she's in it for like 2 minutes.
John Cena?
3 minutes.
Oh, that leaves
The
2
three-
hours.
What about the cat?
2 hours and 8 minutes.
CGI.
But how long?
He's in it for a fair amount.
2 hours and 15 minutes.
Samuel Jackson's in this movie. I don't know why
CGI too.
I don't know why they cast him. Like he,
Probably just because he has worked with Matthew Vaughn in the past.
I'm sure, but his role is like it could have been like anyone else.
Did they do a hologram of John Wayne in this movie? I heard that. I'm just kidding.
No. It's like no, they did not. I don't know. Because I'm the spoiler guy. Like I'm avoiding spoilers, but
It's a bad movie.
it's a bad movie. I kind of wish you guys would see it sometime, just so
I probably will see it
just so we can all be on the same level. The one like possible redeeming quality, and it's like barely that, is Sam Rockwell does pretty good.
He's very charismatic.
Yeah, he was
I'll
my,
get you, you dang
I'll
bird.
catch you, you bird.
yeah, he was my favorite
I don't
in the movie.
speak Russian.
Nice.
But yeah, Bryce Dallas Howard, not good. Henry Cavill, no. Bryan Cranston, I didn't really care for him in this movie.
Just a bad movie all around.
Samuel L. Jackson, yeah. Imagine that. It's a bad movie.
Don't go see Argylle. Actually, go see it. Give your own opinion.
But speaking of
Movies. We're doing. It's spooky season. Spooky season.
He said the line.
This is Halloween.
Well, it's
This
not
is
really
Halloween.
spooky. It's like getting to spooky
Yes.
season.
We're in September.
In anticipation of spooky season.
In anticipation of spooky season, we have written a bunch of classic movies in this cup.
Classic
Halloween movies.
Halloween/horror movie.
The Spooky
Yes.
Cup.
In this cup, and we're going to draw 5, and then later, when it gets to Halloween, we're going to do a ranking of those 5 movies.
Yep, we're going to all 5. We're just going to draw 5 for all 3 of us to watch, and then we will watch them and we will talk about them and rank them in a special Halloween episode where Riley will be dressed up as Davy Jones
I don't know if I
in full, very realistic
Full
prosthetics.
prosthetics, yeah.
And you got to practice your accent.
You know how much money that's going to cost me?
Not going to be able to buy any more anime shirts.
All right, so
All
I'm just
right,
drawing one.
First movie.
First,
There's how many entries do you think we have?
Probably more than 20.
30.
Okay.
Yeah,
First
24.
one we have Predator.
Ooh, nice, very good. Wait, that's like the original.
Yeah, the
with Arnold
original.
Schwarzenegger.
All
Most
of
of
these,
these
are going to be classics.
Yeah.
The
Arnold
originals.
Schwarzenegger.
All right, numero dos. We got the Blair Witch Project.
Ooh. Okay, number 3. Misery.
All right.
Misery's Child. Paul Sheldon. Nice. You've seen that one, haven't you?
Yeah.
I've seen it too.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Number 4, The Thing.
Nice. Yeah, I've been. These guys have seen that one, but I haven't seen it.
I wanna-
I've heard it's
I've been
really
wanting to
good.
Number
watch it.
5.
Number
Last one.
5. Last one. We got Beetlejuice.
Oh, man.
Nice.
Perfect.
This is a pretty good haul.
Pretty good variety.
There were some of them that I was not wanting to get drawn, so
Riley put Scooby-Doo in there.
I was kinda hoping.
I was really actually hoping Scooby-Doo would get drawn. We can watch it anyway.
Yeah. That would be our 6th movie.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo.
Nice. So wait. So
okay, so we have. Are we going to do these in order? Predator, The Blair Witch Project, Misery,
The Thing, and then Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Yeah. That's a good list.
And Scooby-Doo. 6.
Scooby-Doo. Nice. Okay.
Sweet.
Cool.
Classic Halloween movies. Like we could have done like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play, The Omen, The Exorcist. Like all those were in the cup. So if like we could always do this again another time. But
Next Halloween.
yeah, on episode
Stick around.
on episode 60. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
All right. That's exciting.
I can't wait to. I'm excited to watch. I haven't seen a couple of those. So
All right. But moving on into our next bit, we have the return of Concur or Not Concur. I just
So
feel
excited.
like last time. Basically, I just have opinions on stuff, and instead of just talking about them, I make everybody vote on them and see if I'm right or wrong.
let's do it.
And so I got 6 prompts here. I'll give you a countdown, and we'll say concur or not concur.
Yep, let's do it.
All right. The first number one here. A24 is overrated, or excuse me, overhyped. A24 is overhyped. 3, 2, 1.
Concur.
Did we all say concur?
Yep.
That's first.
Yeah, A24 has made some gems for sure, but they make some slop as well. But they kind of tidy it up so that people will call it a gem anyway.
Call it a cult classic.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of A24 movies that we haven't seen.
There's a lot that we have seen.
There is a lot that we have seen that I haven't. I think they make movies for a specific like population of movie watchers, and
film bros.
Yeah, I just don't know if like some of those movies are just my cup of tea.
Some of them are a little more artsy fartsy, I think.
But artsy and like pretty comfortable making the viewer uncomfortable, pushing the boundary. Like Midsummer.
Like there's a lot of culty stuff.
Cult stuff.
And I don't like cult stuff.
But there's also
cult stuff is bad.
Some stuff like It Comes at Night. I watched that one a few years ago, and without spoiling it, it's just there's a lot that is intentionally left up to interpretation. Mm-hmm. And because I finished it and I was just like, huh. And then I looked it up afterwards because I was like not satisfied with how it ended. And I looked up and it was just like,
Argylle's ending is the most bizarre thing ever.
Is Argylle an A24 film?
No.
But anyway, I just feel like sometimes, I'm not saying every A24 movie is like it, but it kind of gets into the realm of like, it's open to interpretation because it's, artsy fartsy, then it can get away with.
So it feels more like poor writing.
That's how I felt. I mean, that's generally speaking, open to interpretation is poor writing, but if you kind of make it look good, then there's kind of a sentiment that you can get away with it, and I'm kind of like, no, that's pretty lame.
Yeah, but I will say there are some good gems that I enjoy, like After Sun. I really liked.
Yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
8th Grade. Yeah. Hereditary.
Was it Minari? Is that A24?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good one. So they not to say that they're bad. I'm just saying overhyped. Yeah. Like some people are like die on that hill, and it's just like no, because I think
they're just kind of going through their renaissance right now.
Yeah, and well, I mean, I've heard that as well. It's like A24 doesn't. They're not a production company. They are like a distribution company or something, where they don't make the movies. They just find movies that fit their vibe and then distribute them.
They crack the code in one sense of the term.
So, all right. Number 2. Chris Evans has what it takes to win an Oscar. Chris Evans has what it takes to win an Oscar. 3, 2, 1.
Concur.
Not concur. Explain.
I think Chris Evans is a underrated actor. I enjoy him in a lot of things, and I feel like he does have the potential, depending on the movie.
Where do you kind of get some of that emotional range? Like from what roles?
I mean, I love him as Steve Rogers.
He was in what was it, Gifted?
Yeah,
I've heard
Gifted.
That was a good
I really liked him in that movie.
Knives Out and Snowpiercer.
Yeah. But I also like him, I think he's funny in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
You're not getting an Oscar nomination for a funny role.
But I know that. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. did. He won an Oscar for Tropic Thunder.
Okay, he's the anomaly.
But I do think he has the potential, depending on what script. I think he's a good actor.
Josiah has said that he thinks Chris Evans overacts.
I think that Chris Evans is a perfect Steve Rogers, but I don't think... I think Steve Rogers is a pretty... all things considered, is a pretty basic role. And...
does that make you want to punch Josiah?
No. This is his opinion.
Oh, that's very reasonable of you.
Yeah.
But Chris Evans, I like him, but I just don't think that his, like, even in Knives Out, where he was the villain, I think he did a good job, but I don't think his performance was like anything.
Do you think
really...
Josiah just spoiled Knives Out?
He did. And he gets on us.
Which is funny because that's the one that you spoiled. You spoiled that like 3 or whenever that was.
That's actually hilarious.
That's actually yeah. You talked to, you spoiled Knives Out in some other capacity
on this podcast.
Yeah, because that was when I pointed out to you that
It
you
came out in 2019.
No, I thought that was in Django Unchained.
That was when I brought it up that you spoiled movies. Anyway, I don't. I like Chris Evans.
I think
I don't know.
some actors just haven't been given a fair chance with the roles. I mean, I think he's been good in the roles he has. I'm saying if there's a director or a script that is written well, I think he has a chance. I think he has the potential to do it.
Do you think he's ever going to be like Bradley Cooper, who's just like working towards an Oscar?
I don't think so.
Bradley Cooper put like 5 years into Maestro, and
Yeah.
got
It just like every award season, it was like Robert Downey Jr. or whoever, Cillian Murphy.
Yeah.
We would like to announce the Oscar for Cillian Murphy, and then it just pans to
Bradley Cooper. He's just crying,
fighting off tears.
That would suck, though.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
that does kind of get into the argument of like, well, if you're only doing something for the recognition, then it kind of becomes.
Didn't people say
weird.
that about because like Tom Cruise went through kind of a shift in his career where like in the 90s he was really going for Oscar movies like Jerry Maguire and Magnolia,
Eyes Wide Shut.
It's funny because I started Collateral last night. I didn't finish it, but I'm
a
like,
good movie.
He's really good in this movie.
Yeah, and then he basically, people have said like he got to a point where he was like, I'm not going to get an Oscar. I'm just going to do these over the top action movies.
Mm-hmm.
Which worked out for him.
Yeah, but now he's getting a little
Getting too old. All right.
Not concur.
All right.
But also, Chris Evans is not going to win an Oscar for Red One with The Rock. So
correct. I concur.
Are you serious?
yeah,
What?
just saying.
All right. Prompt number 3. Animation is having a renaissance right now. And by right now, I have calculated that to be about the last 5 to 10 years. Animation is having a renaissance right now. I got to think about if I concur with this one or not. 3, 2, 1. Concur.
Not concur.
You say not?
Wait, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Renaissance?
See, that's my thought is, I don't know of a time since animation has become big that it hasn't really been relevant.
but
Not that it's more relevant, but that's more like
it's
prosperous.
given its flowers.
Nice. He said the line.
He said the line. That it's like just, getting recognition, getting experimenting.
I will concur with that. If it's
even more, continue to like be in the mainstream.
I just don't. When was it not?
But I think people will be like, oh, animation is for kids. But I think now
That's a great way to say it.
Have you seen Sausage Party?
Unfortunately, yes.
But I would say now, like, people are recognizing like animations for everyone, like Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, like they're doing things that animation hasn't done before, and it's showing people like animation.
Or not that it hasn't done it before,
Yeah.
but that hasn't done it on such like a large, consistent mainstream scale.
I just think the term like having its, what do you say? It's
Renaissance.
Like I think that would imply like animation was big and then it faded from relevance and now it's back. And I just don't think that actually has happened.
I mean, I don't think it like faded into obscurity, but I think it could be argued that, again, not that like no good animated movies have come out, but I think just on a just more consistent scale, more fun, experimental, successful mainstream animated movies.
I mean, I would agree with that statement that those movies are coming out more, but I don't think that defines it being in a renaissance.
Yeah, I would say for the Renaissance, I would say not concur, but I would say if it's getting its recognition, I would say concur, because I think animation is getting more recognition and it's getting what it deserves to be known as another form of art.
Yeah, So,
and I also think anime is pretty big lately. So,
what's it called?
Anime.
Never heard of it. All right, number 4. Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele will one day reunite to make another season of Key and Peele. Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele will one day reunite to make another season of Key and Peele. Again, I gotta think about this one. Don't shake your head before I've said 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Not concur.
They're too far. At least Jordan Peele's too far in his career, I would think.
But he's like very intentionally rebranded, I feel like.
Yeah.
Probably. My thought is they'll they'll reunite for like an SNL episode or something.
Or if they reunite, it'll be like for a crazy paycheck, and it will.
I don't see them doing a whole nother season.
No.
I see them reuniting
Maybe like a
for
special.
like a special or like an event.
But Jordan Peele wants to make his movies, like the directed movies, like that's his focus.
And Keegan-Michael Key wants to continue to do comedic roles.
Yeah, and Jordan Peele is doing really good at what he's doing now, and I think
he's keeping the like original screenplay business afloat with his films, which is like awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I think, kind of like what I said. It's even if they did make another season, I wonder if it would even be in the same realm as
it'd be like
earlier work.
I was gonna say it'd be like, well, like Arrested Development. They brought that back.
They would just rely so much on previous bits.
Yeah, rely on nostalgia, and it does not work.
Yeah. So which is okay. I think they made enough Key and Peele that
it's like
classic. Still, you can
still quote and so many funny skits.
That was our high school kind of like what I Think You Should Leave is now. That was Key and Peele when we were in high school. So good stuff. All right, number 5. If the Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson Batman becomes a trilogy, it can surpass the Dark Knight trilogy in greatness. Stop nodding and shaking your head before. If the Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson Batman like that character in that movie becomes a trilogy, it can surpass the Dark Knight trilogy in greatness. 3, 2, 1. Concur.
100%.
100%. I think The Dark Knight will probably live on as like one of the greatest Batman movies, but the Dark Knight trilogy, I think, can be surpassed.
I think, with like the way that the art direction of the Matt Reeves movie and the focus on Batman as a character as opposed to like the villains as more of the focus of the movies. I think it can do big things.
Yeah, I think we were talking about this yesterday, but I think like the Batman is one of the best looking comic book movies, and it's just well crafted from top to bottom. And I'm really big on endings with like trilogies. I really like a good ending, and I don't know if The Dark Knight Rises is a good ending for that trilogy. So like. It all depends on how the second one is and how the third one. Like if the third one like nails it, like let's say we give the Batman a 5 stars, and then like the Batman 2 is like 4.5, and then the Batman 3 is like another 5 stars. Like it's like gonna do really good.
Yeah, I agree. All right,
and I trust Matt Reeves, so he's really good.
Yep. All right, last question. Concur, not concur. If Riley were a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, he would be Leonardo. 3, 2, 1.
Concur.
Concur. What?
Yes.
Thank you. I've been saying this is more of an inside joke. I've been saying for a while now, Riley would be I don't think you're the Leonardo of the group.
Me? I'm not arguing that I'm Leonardo. I'm arguing that Riley's not Leonardo. What?
Yeah. You said that Riley's the Leonardo of the group.
Yeah.
And I concurred with that.
Yep.
Riley you're saying he is.
Yeah.
Why?
Thank you.
What? That has never the joke has been that Riley thinks he's Leonardo.
No, the joke is that you and Lucas argue against him being Leonardo. I'm the Donatello of the group.
Right. Oh my, that was supposed to be a throwaway one. Wasn't supposed to throw a wrench in the hole.
I need to trade coasters.
that was from Neighbors. We get into the weeds with this joint project.
All right. Well, we'll put a pin in that one and we can come back to it later.
Let's go.
No,
okay. We're gonna move on to our next segment.
It's okay.
And this is a game that's new to the show, but it's not new to this table. This is a little game called Pass the Popcorn.
Nice.
Pass the Popcorn is a tabletop game that we've played over the years, in which each player gets a number of tiles. I've kind of just streamlined it, so everyone gets one of each tile.
Are you playing, or is this Riley now?
Just you guys. There is. The different tiles are cast, characters, story, quote. And actually, because I have 16 movies here.
Wow.
Everyone, you get one of each, but 2 quotes, because I feel like that's a little more challenging. And the idea is,
did you create these, or you just?
I created all these.
Nice. Let's go.
And so I will reveal the year and genre of the movie, and then using whatever tile that they currently have available, they can reveal one of those 4 things, and whoever gets it will get a point or turn that tile over if we had the actual game in front of us. And the first one to turn all the tiles over wins.
So we each have 5, 1 of each, and then 2 quotes.
Correct. Yeah. 1 cast, 1 character, 1 story, 2 quotes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There are a total of 16 movies here, so hopefully there aren't a couple of dozen there, but we should be fine.
All right.
So, I don't know. Do you guys want to do rock, paper, scissors to start?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Best out of 1. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Dang.
You always go with rock.
Huh?
That one episode where me and Riley did rock, paper, scissors, I went with rock and I got it, so.
Okay. Well, but okay. Anyway.
Okay.
I like this.
All right. Let's begin. Pass the popcorn.
Wait, but then we get to both buzz in because we share all the tiles.
I didn't explain that. If you share a tile with another character, you can steal. If
and
you
we don't really have to buzz in. We just say
it's
the
just
answer.
saying it.
And you get 1 guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
Per.
Yeah. Okay. First movie is a 2017 action movie.
Give me the quote.
What do you think of the robbery? Well, I heard that they're calling it Ocean 7-Eleven because they found that truck with the money behind a convenience store.
A Baby Driver?
Nope.
Hell or High Water.
Incorrect. We're gonna go through all these movies really quickly.
What is it?
Wait.
We only
So-
get 1 guess.
Is that so?
Oh,
well, if we both
if you
guess.
both
So
get
now,
it
so
wrong,
now you do
Yeah,
like
now
a
I
different-
okay, yeah.
Cast.
Channing Tatum, Adam Driver.
Logan Lucky. Logan Lucky.
Nice.
Correct. So
So now you flip your cast
Yep.
tile.
Mm-hmm.
okay, Riley's got cast. All right. Next movie, 2023 animation.
Cast.
Smart.
Cast: Kumail Nanjiani, Elizabeth Banks.
2023 animation. Kumail Nanjiani. Animation. 2023. Oh. Elizabeth Banks. The only thing I know her in would be like the Lego movies. Shoot, I don't know if I pass.
Okay.
Give me the story.
And so you can steal. A family of ducks try to convince their
Migration.
Oh, darn it.
Correct. All right. So Josiah got story on that. Next movie for Riley, 2014 thriller.
Give me the story.
When a con man, desperate for work, muscles into the world of LA crime journalism, he blurs the line between observer and participant to become the star of his own story.
Nightcrawler.
Correct.
Screw you.
All right. For Josiah, 2016 drama.
Cast.
Casey Affleck, Lucas Hedges, Michelle Williams.
Manchester by the Sea.
That is correct.
All tied up.
Right. For Riley, 2011 comedy.
Give me the quote.
Okay, I substituted a curse word. You're really doing it, aren't you? You're pooping in the street.
2011 comedy. Kind of sounds familiar.
You're really doing it, aren't you? You're pooping in the street.
Oh, Bridesmaids.
That is correct.
Yeah.
All right, that's one of Josiah's quotes. All right, for Josiah, 2016 sci-fi.
2016 sci-fi. What do I have? Quote and I have characters.
You have
characters.
Aurora Lane, Jim Preston.
Passengers.
That is correct.
Let's go.
How did you know that?
I didn't. I just thought of a 2016 movie.
All right, so Josiah has one quote tile.
Let's go.
Riley has character and 2 quotes.
Wow.
So
That was good.
So I just have one more.
So you get
Yep.
Yeah.
Crap.
And we can. I have 16 prepared, so we can kind of go through them
Yeah.
after that, just because I want to get my money's worth. All right, Riley. 2008 comedy.
Give me the characters.
Maxwell Smart, Agent 99.
Get smart.
Correct. All right. Josiah has one quote. Riley has 2 quotes left.
Okay.
All right. For Josiah, 2015 drama.
Quote.
Are we in another planet? Same one, just a different spot.
2015 drama planet.
Are we in a different planet? Same one, just a different spot.
Okay, now this becomes tricky because all we have are quotes.
The Martian.
Incorrect.
Oh,
Good,
that's a
good guess.
That's a good guess. I don't have an answer, so I'm going to say a Jupiter ascending.
Incorrect. Room.
Oh.
Some of the quotes, I really did my best, but I tried to make them as relevant to the plot as I could.
Yeah.
Okay. So Josiah, 1 quote. Riley still has 2 quotes. All right, Riley. A 1995 adventure.
Okay.
I guess it's quote, isn't it?
Yep. Well,
What year is it?
Jumanji. Let's go.
All right. That's the last one for Josiah. Josiah wins this episode's competition of Pass the Popcorn.
That was fun. That's a good bit.
Yeah. I
nice
thought it was
job,
fun.
Josiah.
Yeah, you guys want to? I have like 7 more.
Yeah,
You guys
let's
want to
just-
just run through them?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. And we're going to do quotes.
Okay.
2024 action. The quote is, "The greater the spy, the bigger the lie."
Argylle?
Yeah. don't ask what that line means. It doesn't mean anything. It's Argylle. Oh, that's such a dumb movie. All right. 2010 thriller. Quote. Okay, I'm trying to think of the character who says this. "This is a game. All of this is for you. You're not investigating anything.
Shutter Island.
You're a freaking rat in a maze." Yeah. I think that's Jackie Earl Haley's character.
Yeah, he's
right?
the guy that's like, the hydrogen bomb doesn't explode, it implodes. It's just a really awesome line because he's talking about how Leonardo DiCaprio's character is imploding on himself.
I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me.
I just said that last episode. That's such a great quote. We talked about doing a
Solo, a Star Wars story.
we talked about doing a quote draft sometime, and
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That's gonna go hard.
All right, next one. 1998 animation. "I will not be dictated to. I will not be threatened. I am the morning and evening star. I am Pharaoh."
The Prince of Egypt.
Yeah,
I,
that's a
I
good
knew
movie.
that before you finished it.
That's it's a good movie. Everyone should see it. 2016 fantasy. This one might be a little tricky based on the quote. "I've led thousands of warriors into battle, but I fear being a father. Does that make me a leader or a coward?"
So fantasy is a bit of a red
I know for a
herring.
fact neither of you have seen this movie.
Okay.
Gods of Egypt.
Incorrect.
That would be funny.
Was that 2016?
I don't know.
Close.
Just because I don't know if you'll get it all.
Or just do
Hobbit.
Incorrect.
That's a good guess.
Characters are Anduin, Lothar, Garona, Medivh.
Maleficent?
Incorrect. The story. As an orc horde invades the planet.
Oh, Warcraft.
Yeah. Warcraft. Okay, next one is 2008 War. The quote. "The rush of battle is often a potent and lethal addiction, for war is a drug."
Inglourious Bastards?
Incorrect. That's not a bad guess.
War 2008.
"The rush of battle is often a potent and lethal addiction, for war is a drug."
Black Hawk Down? No, that's 2005.
Incorrect. That's too early. The Hurt Locker. Oh, I guess I should have given you more, but yeah, The Hurt Locker. Last two. 2016 romance. The quote. "I don't do anything, Miss Clark. I sit and just about exist."
So 2016 romance?
I've seen this movie.
Sit.
I
said it in a
don't do
British accent.
anything, Miss Clark. I sit and just about exist.
Give me the cast.
Emilia Clarke, Sam Claflin.
Oh, what's that called? What's that called? Shoot. I know.
Is it like
the guy in the wheelchair?
Is it like what?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's in the wheelchair. Emilia Clarke's taking care of him. I forget what it's called.
Is it like
though.
About You or something? Is
It has you in the title.
After You?
No.
Before You?
You're on the right track.
Until You.
Before You Go.
Not you, but
Before Me.
After Me?
me before you.
Wow.
That's good. All right, last one we have here is a 2001 comedy. And I don't know how this quote goes, but we'll say it. Anybody interested in grabbing a couple of burgers and hitting the cemetery?
Anchorman?
Incorrect.
That's a good guess. 2001 Meet the Parents.
Incorrect. Story. The eccentric members of a dysfunctional family reluctantly gather under the same roof for various reasons.
4 Weddings and a Funeral?
Incorrect.
5 Weddings and a Funeral?
My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Incorrect. The cast. Gene Hackman, Ben Stiller.
Meet the Fockers?
Incorrect.
Along Came Polly.
Incorrect. And the characters are going to give it away. Royal Tenenbaum, Chaz Tenenbaum.
The Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah.
Wow, that's funny.
All right, so fun
That
time
was
with
a good
By all.
That was good. Yeah,
Thanks. Yeah, I was.
Now for some more trivia. Or questions
Yeah.
for the cup.
we got a little bit of time.
Let's do it.
We're trying to be a little bit more cognizant of sticking to the hour to 70-minute time schedule. So,
Okay.
question from the cup.
You keep 1, lose 2. You lose. So Star Wars, DC, or Marvel?
Keep 1, lose 2, or keep 2, lose 1?
Keep 1, lose 2. Star Wars, DC, and Marvel.
Lose DC.
Yeah, and
But that's like all of. That's not like the DC EU. That's like
It's all DC movies, all Marvel movies,
you just made this electric.
all
here.
Star Wars movies.
Good question.
I think I got to
Is
keep
it like you just can't consume that media, or like that media ceases to exist?
the media thesis.
I-
Like
I
you've never
love-
known about it in the
I
first
feel like
place.
the original trilogy and prequels for Star Wars are so rooted in.
There's so
my
much
being.
more Marvel content, I feel like, than Star Wars.
But it's also not just movies. It's like games and shows.
Well, I say filmography because we're a movie, but we can do like the whole thing if you wanted to.
If they cease to exist, then
Yeah.
it'd have to be everything.
I gotta say Marvel. I gotta keep Marvel.
I feel like that is the easy answer, but
I also the Batman.
I've been.
I
Thinking,
know, that's why
like Batman.
that's why I said DC, but
Batman
then I was
is
like-
just one of my favorite characters ever.
I
Because
know.
that's also like the Batman Arkham Asylum.
Oh,
Arkham
it's
Yeah.
so
games.
good.
But then Marvel, you got.
But
like
I don't
the-
care about. Like I love Batman, but I really just don't care about anything else from DC right now.
You love the Flash.
Back in high school, I was like, "The Flash is awesome."
Me and my dad watched the Green Arrow a lot. He was like, "I love this show."
You have
Green
failed
Arrow
this
would beat
city.
the Flash. He could.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I
debate.
remember that argument.
I was such a so dumb.
I think I would go Marvel as well. It'd be a very tough.
It's hard because
call.
like you got the same Raimi Spider-Man, you got Into and Across the Spider-Verse, you got all the MCU.
The Marvel Ultimate Alliance games were like
I'm just thinking
such
about
a
like
staple.
growing up. We were just fascinated. We had like a poster in our room of just Marvel superheroes.
I loved X.
We had like we had this for DC and Marvel. We had like just like an encyclopedia of like
Yeah.
every Marvel character.
That's
It's just,
true.
like,
It
I
was-
just love diving into that world.
I like I said, Marvel Ultimate Alliance games were so good. Like I loved what was it? X-Men. It was on Disney XD.
Evolution.
X-Men Evolution. I remember watching that a lot.
Yeah,
And
that was
Wolverine and the X-Men.
Yeah.
We watched that a lot.
Plus, with Marvel, you do get the whole MCU, which
Yeah.
I just feel like
I think we got to.
If you
like,
want some
it's
good,
not. It's certainly not an easy decision.
and we've had so many good like theater experiences with MCU.
True.
Like
Yeah,
I always love looking back and seeing like you go on YouTube and like look at the audience reaction to Endgame.
Yeah.
And just like Cat picking up.
It's good.
It's so good.
I have thought though. It's like I think we should. Oh, we're doing another one.
There's one more.
I think I've decided that Batman. I think I like Batman more than I like any single MCU or Marvel character. But I like Marvel as a whole more than DC.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Concur.
Nice. Concur. Okay. What? I don't know what that says. What? Oh, that's TV
TV
What is one TV recommendation? I thought it said TU. I was like, I don't know what that word means. What is one TV recommendation? Well, Riley.
Let's let Riley lead
Riley's
this conversation.
the TV guy here. Noah and I. This is a movie podcast because Noah and I watch infinitely more movies than we watch TV.
But you guys have some
if
TV.
we're talking about TV, just recent TV, Arrested Development. I did not watch the whole thing. I didn't watch past season 3, but like
Which is where it should stop.
first 3 seasons of Arrested Development are like so funny. We've quoted it so many times just on the podcast. So it's like Gene Parmesan.
I think my
So good.
my TV rec, because I feel like I was almost ashamed to get into this show at first because it was like a kid show, but I think it was really good and funny. It was Gravity Falls.
It's very solid. 2 seasons.
2 seasons. Yeah,
Very easy to get
not
through.
overstay its welcome. The overarching story is pretty good, but then like each individual episode is good.
It's very funny, but it also has some pretty cool like exploration, like themes.
As I'm sitting here, I'm actually thinking I have a second recommendation.
What is
Imagine that. It's Arcane. Season 2's coming out here in a couple months.
Riley hasn't seen Arcane.
I'm going to watch it, though.
Was so good.
I
That's
think
a good movie.
my TV recommendation recently, a show that's been like, I think it's just top to bottom is so good, is The Bear. I think the acting's fantastic.
Do you
the
think
story's good.
The guy overacts like Josiah does?
Jeremy Allen White. Do you
No.
think he overacts?
Oh,
I've just seen clips, and he looks like he's like, we're in the restaurant business. I need hands.
Order up.
My life has been troubled, but
Well, you
I'll
just-
still find success in the restaurant.
You just watch clips, so you don't know the whole context, but go watch the show.
And then it's like
give your own opinion.
gets like nominated for like best comedy at the Emmys, but it's like
I mean, there's
not a comedy.
It's funny, but I do think
more like
it,
situational humor. Than
I think it should
jokes.
be for drama.
Yeah.
I still think it would win though. Well, I think
Very good.
Noah didn't pick a question.
All right, one more.
Let's do this.
Quick.
This is a longer one. Keep one, lose two. Nick Cage, Harrison Ford, Johnny Depp. I mean,
Lose Harrison Ford. Nick Cage is pretty iconic, but
you might be Captain America, but you're not Steve Rogers.
but you're not Captain Jack Sparrow.
I'm keeping Harrison Ford.
What?
Star Wars, Indiana Jones,
Captain America, Brave New World.
Air Force One.
Get off my plane. I'm keeping Johnny Depp.
I think I got to keep Johnny Depp as well.
Yeah, for me it's between Johnny Depp and Nick Cage, but Johnny Depp, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Nick Cage has gotten National Treasure.
I feel like you get with Nick Cage
and he gets Into the Spider-Verse.
And The Rock.
in The Rock.
Welcome to The Rock.
But I think with Nick Cage and Johnny Depp, you get pretty good diversity.
You get
variety.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape for Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. You get Alice in Wonderland.
You
I don't
get
care.
Mordecai.
I don't care.
You get the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial.
I saw there's a funny clip of like someone dubbed like Jason Momoa's like trial.
Jason Momoa.
No, because Jason Momoa showed up in the trial as
did-
like one of the witnesses.
Really?
He was like on a webcam. It was dubbed. It's super funny. I'll go show you guys
Oh,
later.
man, I didn't-
I have not
That's
seen
funny. Oh man, good questions
Harrison
from the
Ford,
cup. Moving in to the trivia segment of the episode. This
Time
week's
to shine.
trivia topic: Tom Hanks.
I was
in Tom
I
Hanks
was going
movies.
to study, and then I didn't.
I just came up with these questions this morning, so I think I recognize that my last two trivia cycles have been a little more challenging. So I think these are a little more attainable.
Can we review the standings real quick?
So the standings currently, I have 2 points. Riley has 0. Josiah has 1.
We're playing to 3.
Playing to 3.
The stakes are winner gets to pick a movie for the 2 losers to watch.
Yep. Could be anything.
Could
even be the 10 Commandments.
Could be
Or the dead
Solo.
don't die.
I'm
What?
going to pick the dead don't die for you.
Actually, if I get to 3, I'm hands down picking Argylle for you guys.
Riley, we gotta win.
All right.
It's like I'm gonna give you guys the Batman and
Yeah.
and Nope, and you're like, What?
That's awesome.
Yeah. Too bad you didn't win. All right. Let's get things started. Question number 1. Tom Hanks plays 6 different characters across time. Riley.
Cloud Atlas.
That is correct. All right.
Right as you buzzed in, I knew.
Question number 2. Here will be Tom Hanks and Robert Zemeckis' 5th collaboration.
Beep. Crap.
Josiah.
What is it called? I don't know, so I'm going to say living room.
Incorrect. Let me start from the beginning.
Can I? Yeah.
Here will be Tom Hanks and Robert Zemeckis'
Here
5th
is
collaboration
the name of the movie.
Aside from that film, their most recent collaboration was this 2022 film, which earned a Rotten Tomatoes score of 28%.
Here was the name of the movie. I thought you were like fill in the blank. I thought it was called living room.
Beep.
Riley.
A man named Otto.
Incorrect.
Good guess.
That movie got really good reviews.
I know, but I couldn't
The
think
correct
of another.
answer is Pinocchio.
Oh. I forgot about
All
that.
right.
man, I really-
You lucked out on that.
Botch that one.
Would you have got that right?
No, probably not. I mean, yeah, if I had enough time to think about it, I
All
maybe
right.
would.
Question number 3. In Castaway, when Chuck Nolan is stranded on a deserted island, he strikes up a friendship with
Beep.
a volley. Josiah.
Wilson.
Correct.
Darn it.
That was
Close.
had to make a call. All right. Standings are 1-1. Question number 4. Saving Mr. Banks tells a story of Walt Disney. Josiah.
Mary Poppins?
Incorrect. We're going to start from the beginning. Saving Mr. Banks tells a story of Walt Disney, portrayed by Tom Hanks, and P.L. Travers, the creator of Mary Poppins, portrayed by this actress.
I know this. Riley buzzed in so early on the first question that I feel like I have to play more aggressively.
Oh, who is that?
You might-
Shoot. Beep. Emma Roberts. No, Emma Thompson. Emma
No,
Thompson.
Beep,
Emma
Beep,
Thompson. I caught myself.
No,
I caught myself.
no,
I caught myself.
I'm so sorry, Riley.
No, I knew it as soon as I said it.
I'm so sorry, buddy.
Is it Emma Thompson?
It's Emma Thompson.
Darn it.
Oh, buddy. Okay. Standings are 1-1.
Okay.
You blew it.
We got one more question. Bonus question doesn't count. Anyone's game. I need everyone to lock in. You
I
might
took my
want
glasses off.
You might want
Lock
to
in.
if you call buzzing early, you better be darn confident, okay? Question number 5. In this movie, despite the setting, when asked about his career, Tom Hanks' character Riley.
Saving Private Ryan.
That is correct.
Let's go.
What? What
about to say school teacher. Let's go.
All right.
About to say school teacher?
In this setting, besides this occupation,
In this movie, despite the setting, when asked about his career, Tom Hanks' character replies, "I'm a school teacher. I teach English composition in this little town called Adley, Pennsylvania."
There's a mirror on this wall, and Riley's just looking at it.
locked in.
That was good. You did lock in, Riley. So
That's so dumb because every time I buzzed in early, I didn't have context.
That's your
You
fault.
waited till
That's
the
your
end of
fault.
the question.
That's your fault.
all right, so Riley wins trivia for this week. Congratulations, Riley. The standings are
That
now
might be the best trivia we've
One.
had.
Congratulations.
2. Okay, and bonus question. Mom showed us this Tom Hanks movie as kids after buying it from a library sale, only to feel really guilty about it afterwards because of all the swearing in it. Josiah.
And I think there's like sex stuff. Big.
That's an unfair bonus question.
It's a bonus question. You're like,
Let's go.
I wasn't invited. Yeah, Mom bought us that movie. She's like, Tom Hanks is so funny in this. And then we watched it, and they were just like a fair amount of cursing. And she's like, I am so sorry.
I have
And we're just
ruined
like,
my children.
that movie was awesome. He got so big.
Is it my turn to pick the next trivia?
Yes. Riley's turn.
Okay. For next week's trivia, we are doing Batman.
Nice.
Okay.
Very good.
Very good.
Even playing field.
Oh, man. What a rousing episode of the Good Chill Hunting Podcast. And we're really
Good
right
time.
there on time.
Good episode. Great episode.
All right.
I had a lot of fun.
Yep. A lot of fun. A lot of
Hit that
Congrats.
subscribe, like, comment.
I was going to say congrats on winning trivia.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
I really put in
I
that
was going to
effort.
say you kind of almost botched it,
I did.
but so did Josiah. So
That's so dumb. Anyway, yep. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in.
yep. Tune in next time.
Stay chill.
Episode 10 next week.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, a bit of a milestone.
Yep.
Maybe we'll do something special.
Let's do it.
We'll all wear party hats.
Woo.
Don't let that cookie crumble. Bye.
Peace.
See ya.